Greetings everyone. This is in the form of a story time, and the purpose of this video is to give thanks and to show respect where respect is due, and to always remember to come back and say thank you. Okay, now we're going to go back at least 13 or so years. I was a student of the University of Toronto, and I was also a student at York University. When I attended the University of Toronto, I was studying my undergraduate degree, and when I worked for 7 years, I decided to go back to school, and so I applied to the University of Toronto Teachers College, and I also applied to the York University Teachers College. And in another video I can tell you why I accepted York University, but for the argument's sake, or for the sake of this conversation, I just want to let you know that when I was a student at the University of York University, single parent, raising these two children by myself, I was participating in a teacher's program that required me to do volunteer work in the community. I had to, attend classes, and I had to be teaching full-time. And so it was a very difficult time for me. Now, in the other video that I will talk about why I didn't accept my offer for U of T, and I took the one from York University, and I'll explain in more detail. But as a student of York University at their teachers program, it was very intense. It was a very intense program, and they didn't have much bursaries or financial support there. But I chose York University because the spirits led me there. And for those of you who watch the content, I go by spirit. I listen to the instructions of the spirit, and I never ignore what they require of me. So while I was at the York University, I was running very low on cash. And at the time, if you're a student and you take a student loan, you wouldn't qualify for any support. And so we were told we could not hold a job because the hours were so long and intense. But I still had to live, and I was a single parent with no support from anyone else. And so I applied that December, the end of the first term. I applied to get a bursary because we were told that we could get small bursaries. And here's the thing, when I got accepted at the University of Toronto Teachers Program, I was told that I could get $10,000 the December if I accepted. So that's $10,000 that I could get to support me financially. But because of the things that led me to accepting the offer at York University, I walked away from that $10,000. That would have been an easy thing for us to get. It was an offer, it was contingent on me accepting. I could have got this money to help me, but I couldn't accept it because that's not where the spirit was leading me. It led me to York University. And so when the December came, I applied for a bursary, and I think the amount was $500. And lo and behold, a few of my friends and myself applied, and December I received a huge check in the mail. I thought it was a scam. I brought it to the bank. I told them, listen, I don't know if this is real or not. I'm just giving you a heads up. I received this from the university, and I was told that any bursaries that they could give would have been worth no more than $500. So when I got this huge check, and they said that it was for academic achievement, I didn't trust it. I didn't know it was real or not. Fast forward, shortly thereafter, I received another huge check from the University of Toronto for Academic Achievement Award. Listen, my head was spinning. Listen, when you trust the divine energies and the spirits that lead us or guide us, you can never go wrong. Now here's the meat of this matter. Both of those checks came from the same person. both of those checks came from the same person. Now, the one from the University of Toronto, I did not apply for. I just received a letter in the mail saying that I was chosen. I won this award, and it was specially dedicated to people who had academic excellence, and you know, they were in a low socioeconomic situation. And the one from York University also said academic achievement and given to a student who was doing very well and had financial restraints. I imagine that I didn't apply for any of these two. The only one I applied for was a bursary for $500. You know who these two checks came from? Lee Chin. So I'm going to sit here and say to the people who are speculating about what's going on with Lee Chin, why is he selling his assets or liquefying his assets and all this speculation. I just don't care what the story is. The only thing I care about as someone who has been a double recipient of this man and his great charity and his contribution and giving back to real people, not just to institutions. Both institutions received millions of dollars from him when I was a student, but individuals like myself also benefited. He deliberately went out of his way to find people like myself to bless and to support. You have no idea what those two monies did for me and my children. It changed my life, literally. That one from the University of Toronto was enough to change my life. Contributed to some serious things. You know, the betterment of my life, financial, even in my relationship. Let me tell you, and I'm not going to say all of that in this video. I just want to say to Lee Chin, I hope you're in good health. Whatever is going on in your life that is moving you towards making these changes, and as a man who people knows when to grasp, when to grab, when to fold, when to run, you are the best when it comes to this. And I want to be the face of one of those individuals who you have helped, that have come back to say thank you. And regardless of the speculation and what people want to say about the bank and what you're doing, this and that, I have been a double recipient, a single mother who wanted to move forward and not accept defeat, wanted to set a good example for my children, be a good role model for my kids, got kicked down so many times and got up. And because of you, you don't know me personally, but you see, as the Spirit would have it, I was in 2 different institutions and benefited financially for you. And not a small amount of donation, I mean a significant amount. So, you know, whatever you're going towards, whatever your plans are, whatever you're doing to continue being the business mogul that you are, I wish you all the best. I pray for your safety and your well-being, and I hope that your health is in check. If it means that all these changes are as a result of you stepping back to take care of your health, you know, I wish you all the best in that endeavor. People, if you're listening to this video is to encourage you to say, listen, wherever you are, in whatever station of life you find yourself, just always be hopeful. Just always know that if you trust and believe in the higher source, that your needs will always be met. And that if you're a good person with a good heart, the universe will bring people to you to bless you in abundance, bless you abundantly. And when you are in the position to assist, just play it forward. Bless up yourself, big up yourself. Mr. Chin, thank you so much. Thank you, my family, and I thank you for what you've done, for your contributions to humanity, for using your wealth for good, regardless of what people want to say and regardless of whatever speculations there might be out there. I have benefited 2 times in a significant way, and my family say thank you. I give thanks to the Most High, and I'll come back with another story to explain why I chose York University when I had no financial support besides being accepted, as opposed to not going to the University of Toronto, where I was being offered $10,000. Now, December, when I received that check, it taught me one of the greatest lessons. Listen, when the Spirit moves you and tell you to do something, do not say, well, I can't do this because what's going to happen to me? The universe will take care of you. Bless up yourself, everyone.